Going on to you Scorpios out here. Hopefully you Scorpios are having a good day. It's warm, bright as a mug, but we're gonna still give you these readings. Look, y'all have the Three of Swords, Three of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and then you have the Five of Swords for you Scorpios. Okay, very interesting. Some of you Scorpios may have somebody that y'all are calling a significant other or getting to know someone already. And the person didn't expect you Scorpios to actually move forward quickly just like that. Because the Three of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords represents this person being heartbroken off the fact that you Scorpios, you're not holding on to them the way that they wanted you to. And the way that they look at it is they look at it like you're not doing enough, or maybe you didn't care. And that's not necessarily really the case. What it is that you Scorpios just don't want to hold on to an attachment to someone, especially if it didn't work, right? Like how long, like, okay, like we know that, like how long should you hold on to a past significant other, person that is not in your life anymore because the two of you are incompatible? How long should you Scorpios have to hold on before you actually decide to move forward? And I get it, right? People who usually move on very quickly, they run in game. They probably didn't care to a certain extent. And however, at the same time, it's a situation where for you, a lot of you are in place where you've learned so much. It's like, okay, you get it, but at what extent is it that you actually do start to move on, right? Like you can't, I mean, come on, like you can't really be expected to hold on forever and a day and have these people just, you just supposed to chase after them forever and a day and all of that, right? But this person is all, they're kind of heartbroken at the fact that you Scorpios are just not like pining up after them forever and a day the way that they expect you to, and they figured, they must have brought some kind of value to you. Like, how come you're not more like thinking about them and going after them more, at least trying to come back to them? And it's like the situation for you Scorpios is that you've probably already emotionally moved on, right? You get the fact that it really doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? And that your mind is probably being filled up with a lot of these good memories because of the fact that that's your body trying to relax you and ease your mind, ease the rest of you from, the separation aspect of it. But then you have the World card and the Scorpio energy. So you showed up in your own reading. And these two cards are very powerful because it shows that the World card is about you standing up, you rising up, you actually going up, or I should say more accurately, becoming more powerful, right? The aspects of you are translating from the non-physical you to the physical you. Meaning what? Meaning that you Scorpios, you're doing the things that are putting you in a better position in life. You're actually getting to the places in which it is that you actually want to be. And so because of that, you Scorpios are actually in a place where you're not going to hold on to anyone who moves like that with you, because there's absolutely no point in you doing that. Like, you've already done the emotional work, and then not only that too, but you've already been down this road before. You've already been here. You Scorpios know good and well what it looks like to have someone where it's like you're trying to get to know them, and then in a twinkling of an eye, they just start wilding, and they start wilding unprovokingly. Like, as soon as they get themselves in a relationship, they start acting like they don't have any kind of common sense. And I've been telling people this I've been telling people this since 2005. Like, no lie. Like the people who I used to know in high school, they'll tell you. I've been telling it I've been saying this since 2005. Like, people will wild out on you, and they'll wait, especially when they're in relationships, specifically to start wilding out. And it's unprovoked. There's no kind of provocation. You can't provoke why. You can't be like, oh, well, I did this or whatever, that's why this person is wild. I mean, completely unprovokingly. You will be cool and think everything is good, and this person is just bugging for no reason. You trying to figure out why. I'm giving this person all this respect and consideration and kindness and all this. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why this person is just, I don't get it. Like, why are they losing their mind? And so a lot of you Scorpios, you understand it. Like, you don't need that. It doesn't matter whom you're hanging out with. If this is how it is that they coming, you don't want to be around them. And so this is bringing a lot more organization to your life, because, as I said before, you can't be about something and be on some dysfunction at the same time. You're going to have to pick and choose. You're going to have to pick. You're going to have to choose, because you Scorpios are not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think Bill Gates would become so rich and successful to the extent? Now, his family was already rich. He was already rich. But I'm talking about him being rich and successful in his own right. If Bill Gates was running around chasing up after honeys all day. What was Bill Gates doing in the lab? Why am I saying Bill Gates? Because Bill Gates is a Scorpio. But Bill Gates was in the lab working constantly. So the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Wands represents, you don't need that type of commotion around you. You don't need, they always, and when I say they, I'm not necessarily saying it's actual specific, but this happens in a pattern though. But the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, you Scorpios are doing much better, right? Compared to where you were, I want to say 6 months ago. You Scorpios are doing much better. And that's precisely why it is that you don't feel any remorse in that regard, because you don't have survivor's remorse. You know that you can't have someone around you that where they hanging around you, all they're doing is running amok. The Six of Wands, you're looking for someone that's more compatible with you. You know what I mean when I say compatible? Number one, you have things in common with one another. Number two, and people have been talking about this, and people swear and act like they don't understand where it's coming from. Peace. Peace. Been saying it for a million times. What is Libra? Libra is when you get yourself in a relationship, y'all two are going to have to come to peace, because Libra represents peace. Everybody says that Libra is about love. Okay, but how you going to have love if you don't have peace? How you going to get married and be in relationships and all of that if you don't have peace? You got to get along with your significant other. Otherwise, it's a dysfunctional relationship. So what are we talking about, right? And so because of that, that's a true fact. That's a true fact. So the situation with that is that you Scorpios see that for what it is. Like, nah, you can't be around anyone that's going to come into your personal space and then unprovokingly just start wilding out. They're going to have to go. And so a lot of you Scorpios, you Scorpios, you know a little bit more about what you want. You know, you want someone that will bring that peace, that doesn't have to be at odds with you in order to be in a relationship with you. That isn't going to be getting to know you and then they start losing their mind and going wild, and the next thing you know, they all over the place, and you don't know what exactly is going on. Because that's another aspect of it too. Like, another aspect of it is the fact that a lot of them, right? You don't even be knowing why they be bugging too. That's the other aspect of it. Why do they be bugging? Why do they be going off? And the thing about it is that you know, you usually find out later, or if they want to tell you or whatever. But it looks so odd, because why are they wilding like this to you, especially if you know you didn't do anything, right? Especially if the relationship is fresh. It looks like abnormal behavior, because it is abnormal behavior. But then the thing about it is that the King of Wands represents, the King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles represents a lot of you Scorpios right now, especially during Mercury retrogrades. You're meeting a lot of you Scorpios could be meeting a lot of people. My suggestion to you Scorpios is be very, either don't eat one or two things. Either slightly cut the flow of how many people you're meeting, or if you're going to meet all these people, be very careful, especially around Mercury retrogrades, because Mercury retrogrades, people tend to lie more than on average than what they usually do when they're not on a Mercury retrograde. So be very careful, because remember, what is Mercury? Mercury is telling the truth. See, Libra, see, this is what I'm talking about. Let me break it down for you. Let me hold on, let me break it down for you. Libra is the concept of the truth, knowing the truth. Virgo, Mercury is communication. So Mercury is telling the truth, right? When Mercury goes retrograde, what is Mercury doing? Bringing more of an emphasis to itself, because there is a need for the truth, knowledge, common sense, more internal work, more brainstorming. People will be like, well, isn't that Uranus? Yeah. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, the reason why I'm saying that is because you Scorpios will have people who will lie straight to your face and try to make it seem like they are willing, they're a good option. They will offer you the world if you hang out with them. Meanwhile, they're lying, and they're just another face in the crowd that's looking to start acting out and start wilding when they get themselves in a relationship with you, right? And so the Hermit right here represents how, so a lot of you need to just kind of lay low. If you're going to hang out with one or two things, either cut the flow of how many people you meeting, or just don't take anything or a lot of the things that people say seriously unless they have a track record. But don't take a lot of the things that people say seriously, especially new people, seriously, because we're in a Mercury retrograde, and we're not going to get out of a Mercury retrograde until August 11th. Okay, until August 11th. So just be careful, all right? Just be aware of what's going on here. Let's clarify the Hermit. Magician, 5 of Ariel, 7 of Raphael, 7 of Gabriel, and then you have the Knight of Ariel. All right, to clarify the Hermit, which is laying low and just being mindful of where you are, who you are, and what's going on. The Magician, even more Virgo energy showing up, even more Gemini energy showing up. So again, but the Magician also can represent specifically Scorpio. So be to yourself around this time. I know this comes second nature to y'all, but really be to yourself. Don't say anything. Don't say anything too wild, because during Mercury retrogrades, I'm telling y'all from personal experience, y'all experienced it, but I'm telling y'all as a Virgo that has experienced some wild stuff during Mercury retrogrades, because I'm a Virgo. I'm the Virgos and Geminis, everybody get affected on the planet when it comes to Mercury retrogrades. But Virgos and Geminis have it the worst because we're Mercury, right? So things go backwards for us because a lot of people are backwards. Let me explain something to you Scorpios. Don't tell anything to anyone that you know you might end up regretting it, because people are prone to be gossiping. Remember when I said that there's an emphasis on telling the truth. So, okay, maybe they may be telling the truth about you, but at the same time, during the Mercury retrograde, they may be telling the truth about you or saying something that may be true that you may have told them because they're gossiping. So even though technically they are telling the truth, what's so dysfunctional about it is the fact that they know that you told them that in confidence and they're basically betraying you. And so the situation is the Seven of Gabriel and the Knight of Ariel right here for you Scorpios. Also too, what it also represents is don't be attached to anybody too much around this time unless you absolutely have to. Don't be calling yourselves attached to this situation. My suggestion to you Scorpios is for y'all to enjoy your lives and walk away from anyone and anything that tries to give you an ultimatum. If the person is trying to make things hard on you, my suggestion, walk away. Walk away, because it's all game around this time. Mercury retrogrades is a very wild time. I done seen some people who I'm cool with, not on a Mercury retrograde, literally turn against me during a Mercury retrograde. And I'm like, just like that, just like that, unprovokingly. They get wild out here. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. I'm at 24,378 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Also, too, right, please come through, get a personal reading. Or you can get any one of my books, or you can get the Kareemspiritworks merch. I have the sliders now. I have Kareemspiritworks sliders. All your house shoes and the chancletas and all of that type of stuff. For all my Spanish speakers, for all the people who know what I'm talking about. Basically, it's slippers or sliders, right? Or house shoes. All purpose. Kareemspiritworks sliders. Listen, fly designs on them. I'm telling you. Check them out. Check them out. Go and get you something for yourself. I'm telling you. Cold weather is coming up. I'm telling you. Get the hoodies. Get the sweatshirts. Go ahead. I'm telling you. You will not be let down that you did it. Peace.